All right, Flip Trader Group. We're going to do this mandatory 15-second thing until it pops up in the group, and then we're going to rock and roll. It hasn't been doing it for me lately, but that's all right. We'll rock and roll. We'll go.
Awesome.
I wish it was instant. It'd be so nice. I'm going to figure out how to make it instant. So welcome, Flip Trader Group, to another. Oh, this is 4. This is number 4, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah.
We're a month into this thing with Marketing Mondays with Marina. I've gotten a ton of great feedback from people that have learned so much from what we're doing on these Monday calls, and they're able to start making shifts and changes to their business. So that's encouraging at the very least. And today we are going to talk about free marketing. We're going to talk about free marketing. And then I want to make sure that everybody knows that in, what was it, December 5th?
It's actually November. Oh, the podcast or our podcast. Yeah, no, December 5th.
Yep. So December 5th, we're going to do a podcast episode with Marina, just so you get to know all about her and her business. And then on the 7th, for our Thursday training, Marina is going to be doing a 2024 goal setting planning for your year. We're going to call it something more unique than that, or better than that. But and we're going to send out an invite for that, just to make sure everybody can join. We'll do a Zoom if we have a lot of people on, because we're probably going to have a lot of questions, people asking about their goals, asking about certain things. So just stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned for the membership program that we have coming up, the Flip Trader membership program. You're going to see a lot of stuff starting next week about that. You're going to get some email about that. It's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned for that. Today, we're talking about the F in the DEFNOS formula. If you don't know Marina, go back and watch other episodes. If you don't know the DEFNOS formula yet and where we are at F, the third step, go back and watch the other 2 weeks. 2 weeks of trainings inside the community, and you'll learn about the D and the E. And now we're going to do free marketing.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ian. I really appreciate your time, of course. And I can't wait for December 5th.
It's going to be good.
I have a fun story to share. So I think, it'll be a good one for sure. So
I'm excited.
Awesome. So welcome to Marketing Mondays with Marina. I'm so excited. Today, I'm going to dive into a topic that everybody loves, right? Free marketing. Who doesn't love free marketing, right? Before I get started, Ian, is it okay if I mention my upcoming masterclass that I'm having?
Please.
Oh, awesome. So every month I have a lead generation strategy masterclass. So what that means is I pick one target. So for example, probate, absentees, eviction, a certain list, and I deep dive on how to find them, why they're important, and what you should be marketing to them. And this month, November 20th, I'm hosting a 2-hour intensive absentee off-market masterclass on how to find why absentees are important and what to send them for marketing, so your phone can get ringing with motivated sellers, because 2024 starts now. Okay. All right. Excellent. So thank you so much. Ian can post that link below. So let's talk marketing lead generation. I've gone over my DEFNOS framework or formula. Basically what my DEFNOS framework, just as a recap, is essentially my marketing plan for my real estate investment business. Okay. It's my 6 major categories on, 6 major ways, marketing channels on how I find deals. Okay. I've been using this and fine tuning it for the last 18 plus years. And now not only has it made given me success, made my money, my wealth, but now I am teaching it now to my clients and members in $1 Million Marketing. So DEFNOS, what does that mean? What are the 6 major categories? Direct mail is the D. We went over that 2 weeks ago. Email and CRM. So your database is the E. I went into depth on, the 4 core campaigns you should be setting up absolutely next quarter for you to have success with your database and your, just your CRM, success with your CRM. F is free marketing, which we're going to dive in today, which is one of my favorite topics. I can't wait to also share some results I have for my students in that capacity as well. N is networking. O is online and social media, and S is signage. So let's dive into free marketing. All right, here's the deal with free marketing. I have a saying, okay? If you don't pay for it, you work for it, okay? What that means is something like direct mail and your CRM, right? With your CRM, you pay a monthly subscription, right? Usually around $150 to $250 a month to use that subscription. With direct mail, obviously you're paying for your direct mail. So you are able to scale very quickly because you can do a lot of volume in that capacity, but you're paying for it. Okay. When it comes to free marketing, it's exactly what we're talking about. It's free leads, free lists, free areas that you can start generating leads, which I'll get into, like my 4 or 5 main free categories, where you can find potential good quality leads and deals. Okay. And again, it's something you have to work for it, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you can absolutely systematize these campaigns, but they are more manual than kind of automating it like we did with direct mail with a fulfillment company, or your CRM with these workflows, sequences, and campaigns that you can easily set up. So, what are some great free marketing campaigns that are working in today's market? These aren't, these aren't campaigns that I'm going to be sharing that worked like 10 years ago, right? Even though some of them did. They're what's working today with my clients, with myself, and with investors, my high level investors that I have a good network with. So, the first one is, Craigslist and Zillow. I kind of lump that into one. Okay. Craigslist and Zillow. Okay. So there are 2 major ways you can be using Craigslist and Zillow for free marketing. Number one is posting ads. So posting your ads, for example, we buy houses cash, sell your house in 9 days, need to sell fast. So you're actually posting in specific categories in Craigslist, on, you actually marketing and presenting your services and your business for people to call you. So for potential prospects on Craigslist, they see your ad, your We Buy Houses ad, whatever you want to call it. Need to sell fast, sell your house in 9 days, any location, any condition, whatever that is. And they're contacting you. So that's strategy number 1 with Craigslist. Strategy number 2, and I would write this down because this is a ninja tactic that is working very nicely, is contacting, emailing or texting for sale by owner and landlords, okay, on Craigslist. So what does that mean? So what I'm saying is you go and you look, you do a search with the criteria of people who are trying to sell their house by themselves without an agent, for sale by owner, right? That's number 1. So you send them an email. Hi, I'm interested in your property. That whole thing. I'm a cash buyer. List all your benefits. That's number 1. But number 2, again, I would write this down, is you're looking at rentals. And I'm not talking about the rentals like the Avalons, the big buildings. I'm talking about specifically like single families, multifamilies, condos, whatever your target is in terms of the type of properties that you buy, that a landlord has listed for rent. Why is this valuable? Number 1, what is the landlord currently doing? What does the landlord currently have? A vacancy, right? So they have a vacant unit that they're trying to get a renter in there. In my opinion, this is prime time for you to contact them because they have an open unit. Number 1, if they have a mortgage, obviously that unit is not paying their share of the mortgage, right? But 2, it's one of those things where if they're in a dire situation, emailing them when they're vacant, when they have a vacancy, is hitting them when they might be motivated to sell because they don't want to deal. They've had a bad experience. They either had to evict somebody left, their mortgage isn't getting paid. There's some kind of motivation there where you're hitting them at the right time by simply saying, hey, I see you have this as a rental. However, I'm actually reaching out to you because I'm interested in putting an offer on your property. I'm looking to buy 1 to 2 properties in your neighborhood, and I saw this listing, and I'm wondering if you're interested in selling this property instead of renting it. I'm a cash buyer. I can buy the property as is. I can inherit any other tenants you have. Ding, ding, ding. Amazing benefit if you can do that. So anyways, emailing landlords is an amazing strategy on Craigslist, free strategy. You just have to make sure you're finding the right renter, right, fit for you. Is it in the area that you want? Make a good saved criteria search. Okay. Now, so those are two major strategies. So on Craigslist, you can post ads for people to find you, prospects to find you. And an amazing strategy is you contacting landlords who have a vacancy, asking them if they're interested in selling their property instead of renting it, because you are very interested. And if you want to create a little more urgency, again, another ninja trick is you can say, hey, I'm looking to buy 1 or 2 properties in your neighborhood by the end of the year, and this fits exactly what I'm looking for. Are you interested in selling your property? Do you see how that creates an urgency? I mean, a lot of people would be like, yeah, let me see what this person has to offer me. And it might be a great offer for, that at that time when their property is vacant, that they might be willing to take. All right. So that's, one free strategy that you can do to marketing that you can use. You can create 2 marketing strategies under Zillow. Same thing. But you can't post ads on Zillow, but you can do the same thing in terms of emailing or texting landlords who have, who aren't agents or whatever. Oh, you can even contact agents as well. If there's an agent on the rental, you can say, hey, is your client interested in selling this property? Please let me know. I'm a serious cash buyer and need to close 2 more properties by the end of the year. I can make them a cash offer in 24 hours. So anyways, Zillow is the same way, where you can email for sale by owners or text them, or email, landlords as well. And here's the other thing as well. I'm talking multiple marketing channels here as well. So on Craigslist, most of the time you can email them and they also provide their phone number. So you can post an ad, right? You can email a landlord, you can text an email. Same with text a landlord. Zillow, you can email or text those landlords or for sale by owners. I mean, we're already talking 6 strategies here, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, 5 strategies here that you could be implementing today for free for potential motivated sellers in Craigslist and Zillow. So if you're not doing that already, by all means, already, go do that. Another one is I've seen an uptick in pre-foreclosures and auctions. Auctions are an amazing marketing strategy. So auctions are public record. So go, find where your auctions are listed publicly in your state, county, whatever it is. Just Google auctions, public auctions, Plymouth County, right? You're going to go down that rabbit hole finding where these are listed for free. And again, these are public auctions, so they are listed somewhere for free. Okay. So what that means is you can actually go on the auction site, and those are potential great deals for you, leads for you. You just have to start analyzing the deals. Number one, the number one trick is make sure they're not postponed or canceled. Okay. You don't want to waste time on auctions that are postponed or canceled. And they usually list it right then and there. But the ones that are active, I mean, those could be great deals for you. Okay. And there's multiple, marketing strategies when it comes to auctions. Again, let's look at auctions. Number one, you can go to the auction and auction for the property. That's number one, strategy number one. Strategy number 2, I'm putting 1 foot in the networking, category and 1 foot in the whole free marketing here. You can go and network with serious cash buyers. Who's at these auctions? People with checks ready to buy a house. So these are usually very serious people that you could be networking with at these auctions. And you could be doing the same thing I'm teaching you right now. You could go to these auctions and say, hey, listen, obviously I didn't win this bid, or let's just say you didn't win the bid. I didn't win this bid. However, I'm looking for 2 more properties. Is it okay if you put me on your VIP wholesaling list? Just sit there and chat and network with the people that are there, because these are serious people with checks in hand ready to buy property. So that's strategy number 2, just with auctions. Again, free, totally free, other than your time. Again, you got to work for it, right? Another amazing strategy for auctions is the postponed and canceled auctions. Guess what happened? Those didn't get taken back from the bank, which means these homeowners have 21 to 30 more days to figure out what to do with their property. Okay. You can send them a letter. You can leave them a door hanger on their house. You can leave them a door packet. Again, we're up to 5 different marketing strategies just for auctions. Okay. So we have going to auctions and auctioning, trying to bid for the property, networking with auction investors, cash buyers, wholesalers that are there who are serious. Number 3, direct mail to, that's not free, but the list is free with the auctions, right? Targeting them with a door hanger, door packet, or direct mail, and telling them you can still help them. Their house, they don't have to go to foreclosure and have a foreclosure on their record for 7 more years. You can help them, okay? You can door knock. You can try to find their phone number on white pages or whatever it is, and you can call or text them. I'm telling you, those are 7 different marketing strategies just in auctions alone, okay, which is free, public record for all. All right, so we went over Craigslist, we went over Zillow, we went over auctions. Now, MLS, okay? Obviously, if motivated sellers aren't calling investors but still want to sell their house, where are they going? To agents, right? So agents are one of your best friends. So there's a couple tiers here with MLS. Number 1, you can create saved searches in MLS where you're getting a daily email with exactly what you're looking for in terms of the deals that you're looking for. So you can take that list and start, analyzing the deals and making offers on those. Of course, there's a monthly subscription, but it's very short. Here in Massachusetts, I think it's like $127 a quarter, which is crazy, which is nothing. Essentially, that's free. Okay. To me, that's free marketing. Okay. So saved searches with the criteria that you're getting so you can make offers on properties. The last 4 deals that we've done have been off the MLS condos, period. So they're out there. Okay. If people who want to sell aren't coming to investors, but maybe don't want to clean out their property, are still what we're looking for. Like people who are motivated, people who don't want to do repairs to their property, get rid of unwanted things, and they're going to agents, you could still get that property. It's just you'd have to go through the agent or make an offer on MLS. Okay. So it's a 2-tier approach. There's 2 marketing campaigns. You can directly be putting offers on the MLS as the agent, or you can use an agent to put it in for you, or you can contact agents and kind of network with them. Again, that's more of a networking. I'm going to talk about that in the next category. But MLS in general is an amazing tool for you to get offers out the door to motivated sellers that are on the MLS, that have listed their properties instead of off-market deals. Okay. So what we're talking about here is on-market deals. Okay. Creating a system to make offers on on-market deals. So that's strategy number 4. Strategy number 5 is driving for dollars. Do not underestimate this marketing channel. There are so many amazing ways that you can do driving for dollars and have an amazing tool at your disposal where you can send them something right away. So you're driving around town, right? You see an abandoned property, overgrown property, property with a dumpster in front of it, right? What are you going to do next? The worst thing you can do is keep driving by, because guess what? There's going to be the other investor who stopped, knocked on the door, sent them direct mail, found their phone number, left them a door hanger, right? Did something in terms of presenting themselves in a way where that person was eager to work with them. And I'm going to tell you something right now. There's nothing worse than you driving by the same house and you're not stopping to get that address so you can market to them. And then you find out Marina from Beantown Property Group, your competitor, or as I like to call competition, we're the opponent, got it. There's no bigger sting than you not stopping the car, getting that, and at least putting your best foot forward to try to market to these driving for dollar properties. Because if you're not, guess what? The other investor who does love to market is going to get that, and you're going to know that, and it's going to sting, because there can only be one winner with these deals, right? There aren't 3 investors who can get a deal. There's only one. Okay. So it's up to you whether you're playing to win. And driving for dollars, you driving past properties that are potential good deals for you and not stopping, it's a hindrance to you, because those could be amazing deals for you. Okay. And then lastly, and this is my favorite, and this kind of goes hand in hand with your CRM database list and why it's important is what I like to call ask and you shall receive marketing. Okay. I had my $1 million marketing students do this. I told them the last week, actually, I told them this on from Wednesday to Friday. I was talking with a lot of my investors and I said, listen, do this. And half of them did it, half of them didn't do it. So the ones that did this one marketing strategy, the ask and you shall receive marketing strategy, got literally numerous leads coming through their door. And the others who didn't had to watch the other people getting the numerous leads. Okay. So what is this asking you shall receive? It's asking your list and your contacts in many different forums exactly what you want. And this is free. So you go on Facebook Live, you go on Instagram Live, you post on Instagram, you email your list on CRM, and you're simply saying one thing. If you're going to take anything away from this one free marketing, this Marketing Monday right now, this is the thing. The strategy is you're literally asking for exactly, specifically what you are looking for. Hey, I am looking for 2 single families in Plymouth County to buy by the end of the year. Instead of $1,000 referral fee, if anybody brings me anything before the end of the year, I will pay you $2,000. So you are telling them specifically how many properties you're looking for, the type of property you're looking for, where you're looking for these properties, and what's in it for them. Okay? If you're saying, so it's a referral fee, or you can say, hey, real estate agents, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to give you, you want to make a double commission? Bring me a property and I will let you list it on the back end by the end of this year. Bring me 2 properties and I'll let you list any deal that you bring on the other side, right? Is that, double commission? Real estate agents work off commission. Is that a win for these agents? Absolutely. Okay. So, and here's the thing. Here's the strategy with this type of marketing. You have to be relentless with it. You have to post it on social, do a story the week after, go live and tell people what you're looking for, email your list, at networking events, anyone you're talking about. You know how I found a deal once? I went to the liquor store to buy my kids' teachers' end of year gifts. Yes, I always get them champagne. I know that's probably not PC, but they love it. Okay. I say, hey, have a summer mimosa on us. So I went and I told the person what we did. And this person has become one of my number 1 private lenders. So the owner of the liquor store that I went to buy presents for literally has become a great lender. And it's because I told them exactly what I wanted or what I did. Okay. So anyways, the ask and you shall receive or manifestation marketing channel, that's one of the best. And I'm telling you, one of my students put it, he got 3 leads literally within an hour of posting it. It was amazing. So be relentless with it. Tell your list, tell the world what you're looking for, and they shall come. I'm telling you. And the bigger and again, go back to email and CRM. What's the most important part of your business? Your list. We went over why a list is so important last training. So this is why your list matters. The bigger your list, the bigger your following, the bigger, your audience is, the more deals you will find, the more money you will raise. So anyways, those were my 6 major free marketing campaigns. And, I would venture, I'll be shocked if you don't make the time to do some of these, if you don't find a deal by the end of the year, actually. So.
Yeah, that's so good. What you're talking about is action, and like we talked about it before. What stops most people from having the business that they want is the action steps that they need to take, because they're stuck in fear, or they're stuck in the, well, what if, and the unknown, and the, will this work, and will this not work? Like, all of these things are about action. They're about consistency, having a plan at the beginning of the week to say, on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm going to drive these neighborhoods. You outline them on a map. You drive the streets, you highlight where you went, and you start writing down the addresses of what you found. Like, you got to have a plan. Somebody was asking, do you think, what's your take on expireds? Still the same thing. Like, your lead
Absolutely.
gen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Great question. That's actually part of my free marketing campaigns. Expired listings. Okay, so let's talk about marketing, bird's eye view. The right message at the right time to the right person. Obviously, they wanted to sell and it wasn't the right time or price, or they had some kind of weird thing with their agent. Something was happening on the back end where they didn't sell for one reason or another. They could have still been motivated, but something happened where they just either didn't get an offer, it was timing, something was happening on the back end. It doesn't mean they stopped being motivated. It just means their listing expired and they didn't want to move forward with a specific agent. It doesn't mean they're not motivated or they don't want to sell. So yes, absolutely target expires. Yeah.
And I think having the right, we were talking about it last week with Paul Thompson, having the right understanding of how to ask questions, how to be curious enough to find their motivation, but not like scummy to be like, oh, you guys have a death in the family. You gotta have some class. You gotta have some structure to that. I think one of the biggest key takeaways here is you have to have a plan. You have to have structure. You got to know what you're doing this week. You can't just grab a deal because you happened to randomly drive by this house and you're like, oh, I called this house and I got a deal. That's a one-off. That's a lottery ticket. That's not a business system that's sustainable or consistent. So you just have to pick one and stick to it, and at least give it time, right, Marina? You have to give it time to manifest or to develop.
It's a numbers game. It's consistency, diversity. Yeah. And can I go a little high level here?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So here's the deal. I'm talking big business here, right? So there is something what we call money-making activities in your business, okay? The difference between the high-level people who are doing business in this market and everyone else is they make time for these money-making activities. The money-making activities are lead generation, finding the properties, funding the properties. So finding private money, networking with commercial banks, hard money lenders, whatever you are. And then finally, staying on time and on budget is a big money-making activity. People are like, what's the rehab, money-making activity? Staying on time and on budget. There is no bigger real estate investment killer than going over time and budget on your projects. And then finally, selling the properties, which are, a money-making activity, which is probably the easiest, right? If you do it the right way. So
yeah. So there's a question here from Alex. He asks, can you elaborate on how the double commission works? Are you providing an agent a buyer commission on off-market deals in addition to letting them get the listing?
That's a great question. So the answer is sometimes. They always get the commission on the back end with any property so that's a given. That's one commission. So there's multiple ways they can actually make double and triple commission, okay? Off market is, yes, they get paid in some capacity from the seller or us. So I would give up my buyer's commission any day of the week if somebody brought me a property. Some agents say, I don't even want a commission. I just want the deal on the back end.
Right.
Some of them will say, I do want a percentage to bring you the deal. So it's very agent specific. Okay. So that's off market. Let's talk on market. So there are multiple ways you can actually put a what's in it for them as well for on market deals as well. Number one, being an investor agent can be so beneficial to you in this instance, because number one, you can give up your buyer's commission and say, hey, agent, you get me this deal at this price. You can also have my commission as well. Or, hey, you know what? I can't buy it at this price, but you know what? To make what's in it for the seller is I will gift them the buyer's commission as cash back to them. Does that make sense? So you're not taking a buyer's commission and you're giving it back to the seller too. That's another strategy as well. That's what we do to get a lot of properties.
Yeah.
And then finally, or you could say, here's a way they could make triple commission. They list the property, you give them their commission, and then you give them the property on the back end. That's triple commission, right? So either way. So Alex, my fellow Massachusetts investor, yes, the answer is it's very agent specific. There are some agents who bring us off-market deals that want commission, some that don't. It's really, a back and forth between you and the agents that are bringing you the deals. But the answer is that's how it works. Yeah.
So for anybody that's new here or they're like, oh my God, where do I start? This is what we're going to be doing on Marina's Thursday training on December 7th. is we're going to deep dive into planning out. I think we also should just have another planning session too, even after that, like the last week of the year or something. With hey, is your goal setting for the following year done, and is it realistic? Because I think a lot of people will cast a goal that they know is possible, they just have no idea how to get it, and they have no idea of the lead indicators or lead factors to get that lag measure, which is the goal hit or the money to come flowing in. So my advice would be, take everything that Marina's saying, which is absolute freaking gold, by the way, and be realistic. And it's not realistic based on what you know is possible. It's be realistic based on what you know you're willing to do to get that goal accomplished. Because if you have a goal that's this big and you're not willing to do the work to get there, or to become the person that can actually hit that goal, it will not get hit, or you'll muscle it out and you'll affect other areas of your life. So let's be real clear on that.
You know, my advice, Ian, when it comes to lead generation and marketing, is one campaign at a time.
Yeah.
This is literally why I have organized the Deaf Nose framework. And in my, $1 million marketing training, it's even more specific. Direct mail Mondays, email and CRM Tuesdays, free marketing.
So smart.
Wednesday. It's just every day, you know exactly what you're doing, but just pick one campaign under each category, right?
Yeah.
To just focus on. Don't overwhelm yourself. Get that. And like you said, you need to process what you really, there are no secrets to success. There are systems to success.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do in your real estate investment business is start creating systems. The ultimate goal here is to replace yourself. I don't want you handwriting envelopes. I don't want you, sending these letters, whatever it is, right? Like emailing these landlords. You should have a processee that you are creating so that you can pass it on to a VA, an intern, a marketing assistant, whoever you ultimately want to hire. Okay.
Yeah. That's such great advice. So great.
Mm-hmm.
Because I meet, like, being a fractional CEO and somebody that does a lot of business consulting, I do a lot of business strategy, as I would say that 90% of the people that I talk to who have pretty substantial businesses do not have a plan. They do not have a business plan. They haven't set goals. They don't understand the quarterly rocks. They don't understand the metrics, and they don't have a process documented, which is surprising to me, but they don't. So, and people go, well, what do I even say in the process? And I go, if you on Monday drove for dollars for the last 3 Mondays, then you literally write every single thing you did to prep for that, what you do in the car, and what you do afterward to follow up. And on Tuesdays, if you went on Craigslist and started searching, you literally just say, I sit down on my computer at 9 a.m. I click on this website. I look for this criteria. I click this. I send this message. And then here's how I follow up. That's your process guide. And you just divide it into your lead gen process, your lead follow-up and conversion process, your marketing process, or your revenue production process, or your whatever, like just big categories.
That's what I teach in my course. I teach you how to organize your marketing department. Yeah. Literally, the systems, the SOPs, like it's there for you, So that's why I even created the business, because I did it myself and I did it for other people, and now I want to do it for the community, my real estate investing community. So
everybody should be in your course. Everybody should be
literally everybody. Exactly.
You will have, like, people say to me, I definitely want my next year to be different than this year. And I go, cool. Well, what is your plan to make that happen? Who will you go to? Who will you follow? Who will you get to guide you? And they go, I think I can figure it out. And I go, that's not that smart. It's not that smart. Yeah. Go to somebody that knows what they're doing, that has proven the concept, follow their plan, and you will have guaranteed success if you work the plan. That's the caveat. If you work the plan.
With everything in life, right? Action. Here's the thing. Like, I gave out, here's the funny thing. So I obviously sell my course, right? And people are invested in it, and they love it. I'll share some testimonials too. They love it. And then I give away free mini courses, and people don't even open it. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like people do not only need the knowledge, but they need like a coach, right? Like a mentor. Right. My students tell me all the time, like, just tell me what to do. Like, I just need somebody to hold me accountable, tell me what to do. Right. And that's the other benefit of that as well. And, just to kind of piggyback off what you were saying, Oprah says, somebody asked her, what's your definition of success, or why don't you think people succeed? And she very simply said, because she's Oprah, is, because they don't know where they're going. And that's
Right.
what this goal setting is all about. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have a clear vision of what you want. And that's why that manifestation marketing strategy I gave you, like, just tell people
Yeah.
in your list exactly what you want, what you're looking for. Trust me, like, it will like manifest itself. Like, I'm not saying you'll manifest leads, but doing the work to tell your list and your followers and everybody what you want,
Yeah.
there's a higher chance you're going to get what you want because here's the thing, the answer is always no if you don't ask. So the answer is no if you don't ask.
Given,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. So
I
anyways.
can tell you what you're talking about, like with the liquor store. I built my real estate sales business. I literally built my lead gen plan around that. Going to businesses, like literally, I got so tired of door knocking and cold calling my first 3 months in the business. I was sitting in this restaurant. I didn't know the new owner. I knew the old owner. And I said to the waitress, "Hey, can you get the owner for me? I just need to talk to him about something."
Yeah.
And the owner came over. And what do most owners get when they come over to a table? This is wrong. That's wrong. Your food sucks. Your restaurant sucks. Your waiter sucks. Well, what I learned was, like, from watching my mom give compliments to owners and managers, was I said, "Hey man, I just want to let you know, like, I'm a fellow business owner. The way you run your business here is amazing. And I just want you to know that, just in case you're having one of those tough days, like, I want you to know that your business is great from my perspective." Never told him I was a real estate agent. And I said, "Hey man, are you going to be here next week this time?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I got a book that I think you might like." So I grabbed the one thing from my the closet in my real estate office.
Yep.
And I took that in and I said, "Hey, this is a book that really helped me. Even if you learn one little thing to dial in your business, make another couple bucks, like, there you go." And in that moment, he said, "This is great. What's your business?" And I said, "Oh, I'm in real estate sales and marketing." He goes, "Oh, do you help anybody?" And I said, "Well, here's the type of clients that I usually help. Usually first-time home buyers, families, move-up buyers, that kind of thing." And he's like, "Amazing. My cook wants something. My this wants something." We got 26 deals out of that one restaurant alone.
Oh,
not to mention the referrals. I mean, and so, by the way, I would literally go in there and have a fruit bowl and a cup of hot water with lemon, and I would work from there during the break between, because they were a diner, so between breakfast and lunch, they were dead. And he allowed me to stay in there. And anybody that came in that was a regular, you go, "Hey, that's Ian. He's my realtor." And bam, deal.
Yeah.
And then referral deals. And so I started duplicating that at every restaurant or business that I would go to. I would get to know the owner by giving them something of value. And then they would inevitably ask me, "What do you do for a living?" And I'd say, "I'm a real estate agent, sales and marketing." And then it picked up. And it's still to this day, like, that's how I found all my investors. That's how I found all my clients. It was amazing.
It's crazy when you ask, you know what I mean? And like you said earlier, I mean, I can go into this topic when I'm about to say next in a big capacity, but also, like, how you present yourself. Okay. Like, being likable. There's two tricks that I have, right? Be a problem solver and an educator. Okay. Right. If you become a problem solver, like, you don't sound icky or salesy. You're solving somebody's problem by educating them. So the better you get at educating them, which is basically learning how to communicate in an educational way about how to present your services, basically your benefits, right? So, for example, like, I can buy your property as, I help homeowners buy their property as is. What that means, again, starting my education, is that they don't have to do any repairs, remove any unwanted items. What they do is take what they want and meet me at the closing table.
Right.
Like, that didn't sound icky or salesy. It sounded very like, "Oh, I want that." I don't want to, I just want to take what I want and meet you at the closing. Sure. You know what I mean? Like, just your communication is so important. People need to get to know, like, and trust you. I always say likability is number one. Just smile. A lot of people forget to smile in our business. And I'm like, just smile, you'll go a long way smiling, so.
What's interesting about that is you already know, whether you're a real estate agent doing standard listings, buyers, you already know what the objections are. You know why somebody wants to do an off-market or cash deal. They don't want to pay closing costs, commissions. They don't want to take their stuff out. They don't want to make repairs. They don't want to do showings, and they don't want to work with an agent. And so I would ask and dig for that information. And I would say to them, they would come to this and they'd say, like, I remember a buddy of mine, his mom wanted to sell her house, and she called me over, and I said, so why are you looking for like a cash deal, not listed? She goes, I just hate agents. I just don't want to work with agents. And I'm like, I'm an agent, and I don't like most agents either. So I completely get it, because most agents are, like in any business, like most people are out for their own good. They're not looking out for their client, whatever. And I said, so you're willing to take less because this is like, you don't want to deal with that? And she goes, yeah. What's your cash number? And I gave her a cash number. She goes, give me the contract. I'll sign it right now. And she did. And I wholesaled it for 40 grand, like in a week.
Because you found what she needed to get the deal done. You know what I mean? It's
leave it alone, no repairs, collect the cash, and moved and rolled out. In 1 week, she was out, and she had her cash, and she was happy. And the wholesaler came in, and he got a great deal, and I got some money out of it, and everybody's happy.
Win, win, win. That's what I call it.
Yep.
So absolutely, that's amazing.
Yeah. So okay, that is the 4th Marketing Monday with Marina.
The third. Oh, the 4th market. Third Death Note.
The third Death Note, but this is the 4th marketing.
Beautiful. Well, it's been my pleasure, Ian. Thank you. It's been my pleasure. I appreciate it. Yes.
So for anybody that's looking, Alex is in your course, and he said it's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, I know Alex. Awesome. Yeah, Alex is a fellow investor. He's been in the business for a long time, and I'll tell you something about Alex. He's one of those consistent marketers. That's why he's been in business for over 12, 13 years, Alex. So he is truly what I'm preaching here. So
I love it. So if you are looking for more, if something that Marina said to you today spoke to you, and you're like, yeah, I need to bridge that gap between, I know I need that, and how do I get that? Then Marina is your answer. And you click on that link that's in the comments, and you just inquire about what it looks like to get more from Marina. That's it. You're not going to slide a credit card just to get on a call. None of that stuff. You just find out more information. That's your job and your obligation to yourself. And your goals next year is just find out more information about how you could possibly grow this thing, grow yourself, grow your business.
People ask me in this type of market, I'm telling you right now, I haven't seen this many investors pack it up since the 2007-8 collapse, which is unfortunate, because the solution is double down on your marketing. Lead generate, like that's the solution. You don't need to pack it up. You just have to add marketing. It's the only similarity between this market and the 2007-8 market that I see is that you have to work a little harder for your deals.
Sure.
You have to double down on your, like, you think I wasn't doing marketing, and I was tripling down on my marketing. And same with this. Okay, we got to double down now, because that's what the market entails us to do. And instead of doubling down on the money-making activities, people are leaving, which is a shame, because I don't want to see this. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be that way. So anyways, the solution is generating, lead gen. So
that's it. All right, my friend, I will talk to you next week, and I may see you this week.
Oh, yes. I will definitely let you know for sure. All right, Ian. Thanks so much. Thank you, everybody. Have a great, prosperous week.
All right, Flip Trader, we'll catch you tomorrow on the podcast with my guest, Mike Menino, talking all about scaling your flipping business. See you later.